Hi everyone, it's Jen from Mind's Eye, and we're going to go ahead and do the June 2025 Psychic Medium Astrological Reading. So basically, all you need to know, all is a go, but all is a boast of a bow to be a bay from everything. They just can't do anything whatsoever. And when they can't do anything whatsoever, you can't even like nay or say them or like be the bay down to San Francisco Bay, down to the lay of the stay, to the layoffs again. And you can't even believe how hard it is to get a knock on the door. So when you see it to the highest point of anything, you can't even go about, tout, out, bout, spell it. It really goes down to a count of a quarter law to an act of politics for them. So really, you should just sit out, but they really just can't do. They literally just can't do it. Just don't even worry. Just let them be. They seem to be solo a lot lately, which is really derogatory. They really need to go about it in a way unknown. So when you see this Page of Cups in reverse, it really is a retract back on something that came through. And when you look at it to this high point, you can't even have a finality relief anything because everything is a shy guy of an eye. It's a Bill Nye, and they start rhyming, and then you have to say Warren G regulate. So when you go through it and you see this, and there's nowhere where they're happy, and there's nowhere greed, political activists, which is okay. It really is okay to the oligarchy sitting. They knew it. They knew it. They knew it. It disrupted all hell to a let loose. But where did it actually stem from? Where did it actually come from? Where in June they just can't do it and you just can't even go near them. Well, they were supposed to take flight in December, and they really were supposed to be like a lot of things. I feel like it's impedance to the highest point, but there's no steel. I mean, we talk about Sikorsky and all of it. You can't even see it coming whatsoever, down to Teamsters. And I just don't know well. I just don't know well. Well, watch the water. There it is. We were supposed to have an arrest. This Nine of Wands, when this guy is looking around his shoulder, he's looking at it to the highest point of known, where it's so conspicuous that you have to like completed. We did it. We did it. We made it around the corner. We made it around the corner today. Pause. Red light. Green light. Ticket. 35. And it goes right through. Ill justice. How? How is it ill justice? This is the arguments that they're having at the table right now. So that way in June, just don't even go. Just don't even go. So when I look at this and I can't even be about it, you offer them everything. I am so sorry to the other signs, but you already know how to handle it. And look at this. A fiery new beginning. When fire signs pop off, they literally start something. So they get into this like suppressed mode from something, and then they shut off, and then it ignites. Well, what else do we need to know? Where is this pop off coming from? Because you just can't understand. And it's like, why can't you understand it? There's something wrong. All right, animal spirit. What do we need to know? What has come through to the fire signs over the last 3 months where they have this pop off and you have to be away from them in the month of June? And you really got to tread lightly. It is this feeling right now that it is Cobra. It is standing like this, like they watched it all play out. And they feel like this is a game because when you see this dolphin play, you go to the gazelle and you want to run for it, but really it's sitting stoically to the turtle where you can't get anything going or gone or like be about to do it. But then you see the lamb and you say, there was something surrounding a holiday that really pushed through energy where they can't do it in June. It has something to do with crocodile. So when I see crocodile, it really is this like golden ticket like Willy Wonka. And it's like Pirates of the Caribbean where they got the coin. But really, still, this energy from that beaver full moon that you can't even make up how it came through, that it comes through like a snake. It just a royal flush. And that is how that is just going to pop them off. It is the play on words that comes in like smooth mastery that you can't even see the whale coming. It's not even an elephant in the room. That is where it comes in with the bat, right off the bat. So when you see it, you can't even make it up anymore. Right off the bat, right off the bat. Here we go. What else do we need to know? Let's tone it down with peach moonstone rounds. It really is something around the 1st. It comes right through the 7th. And it really is not a beach. And then it's really not anything stoic or stone. But really by the 15th, it is like a stow, flow, and a go. And then when you see it towards the end of the month, they're settled. There's something that they got to get rid of. It's something that they have to like sting or worry about. It's causing havoc. And it's so solid that it actually closes the gap. And when it closes the gap, it begins trolling again. That is the energy within in the collective. It could be just wind currents and they pick up on it. And then somebody else does it. You can't even see it at all. It causes this freeze in their life that it takes almost like 4 to 8 weeks for this sign to like shut down, fire up, blow up, and then you see it again. So is this something healthy for fire signs? Usually they are like cyclic. They're not cyclic. Highly defensive. Because when you actually get together or you try to collect something through, you actually is like playing the lottery. You have to wait your turn because it's too solid and it comes in like a slam, like a sheetrock. And it's so strong that it begins this like hidden game within of anxiety, of angst that flows through so hard on a stop of a wind blow when you actually ride out. And nobody can understand where it goes. It really is this like, at face front, it's a gift that the fire signs are picking up on, which is not even much of a catalyst for them with air signs. But it is like during a bomb, like a revelation, not a bomb. So basically all you need to know that there is joy towards the end of the month. What they need to do is really pace it out. They need to pace it out. There's something about that. So, they've done this before in history. They have to look a little bit deeper on grounding. I feel like that is their month to actually ground. But, you're not running out of time either. Inspired ideas are highly visionary after. They literally pop off so much that they can see it. So what have they seen over the last 6 months? Trust where you're led, ley lines, power places. Down to surrender to the alchemy of life. Down to rock bottom. Because when you actually look at it and you see it to the highest point of nothing, it says telling them to wait again. This is not good. Bringing harmony and balance. What is this? What is this? Codependency, boundaries. New. Time for new. Yep. Common ground. None of this matters. They have to zoom out. Yep. New perspectives. That is what you need to do. You're not for everyone. You have to embrace your weirdness and face your true north. And when you see it, you can't even believe. You can't even believe. Just surrender to the sweetness, and it's like a trolling, and you feel it. You're sitting there in a meeting, and you're like, oh my God, here we go. But all paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, and turn your gaze within. And that's all you need to know. So with that being said, it will settle down. There is creative accountability, always, on everything and anything and something and nothing, where you can't even believe how it comes through. So with that being said, any questions or concerns, leave a like, a comment, a share, an email. It's greatly appreciated, and we'll talk to you soon.